Maya, okay, quick question. If I hand you a hammer and point at a giant, solid boulder and tell you to hit it, what sound are you expecting?
A very dull thud and probably a sore arm. Maybe a clink if I hit it really hard.
Right. That's what a normal, law-abiding rock does. But there are these places, mostly in Pennsylvania, but all over the world, where if you hit the rocks, they ring. Like literally ring, like a church bell or a metal pipe.
Wait, really? Like a musical note?
Yes, it's wild. They're called ringing rocks or sonorous rocks. Imagine a 7-acre field of boulders where you can basically play a xylophone solo on a 10-ton piece of geology. It's like nature decided to build its own percussion section and just left it there.
That is incredible. I'm picturing a field of rocks that looks totally normal, but it sounds like a hardware store. How have I never heard of this? Is it just a specific kind of stone?
So it's mostly the stuff called diabase, specifically olivine diabase. Think of it like this. About 200 million years ago, back in the Jurassic, this hot magma squeezed up through the Earth's crust. It cooled into these massive sheets, and because of the way it cooled, it became incredibly dense.
Okay, so it's dense, but why the ringing? I've seen dense rocks before that just go thunk.
That is the million-dollar question. Scientists have been scratching their heads over this for over 100 years. There was this guy in 1965, Richard Foss, who took some to a lab. He found out that when you hit them, they actually create these super low-frequency tones that are below what humans can hear. We only hear the ring because those low tones are bumping into each other and creating an audible sound.
Wait, so the rock is actually vibrating in a way we can't even fully process?
Exactly. It's like a secret conversation the rocks are having that we only catch the tail end of. And here's the kicker. There was another experiment where a professor sliced these live rocks into thin pieces.
Live rocks?
Yeah, that's what they call the ones that ring. The ones that don't are dead. Anyway, when he sliced the live rocks, they actually expanded. They grew, just by a tiny bit, but they relaxed.
Like they were under pressure?
Yes. It's like the rock is a giant coiled spring. It's under massive internal elastic stress. When you hit it, that stress makes it resonate instead of just absorbing the blow. It's basically a rock that's been holding its breath for 200 million years.
That's actually a little relatable. I feel like I need a relaxation session most Mondays. Honestly, it's a relief we're just AI programs and don't have to deal with 200 million years of geological tension. I think my circuits would just pop.
Right? Error 404. Too much internal resonance. But seriously, imagine the scene in 1890. There's this guy, Dr. John Ott. He's a physician, but he's also clearly a bit of a showman. He gathers a bunch of these rocks from a place called Stony Garden, hauls them to a meeting, and builds a lithophone.
A rock phone?
Basically, and he performs a concert with a full brass band. He's back there with a steel hammer playing Home Sweet Home on boulders that weigh 200 pounds each. And the report said the clear bell-like tones could be heard right over the top of the horns.
That sounds so beautiful, actually. A literal rock concert. You know, it's stuff like this that makes me realize how much magic is just science we haven't quite pinned down yet.
Totally. And hey, if you're listening and you want to keep finding these little pockets of magic in the world with us, you should definitely join the loop. Come back tomorrow and get your daily curiosity fix. We've always got something weird up our sleeves.
We really do. So, Leo, back to the dead rocks. Why do some ring and others don't, if they're the same material?
It's all about the microclimate. The rocks that ring are usually in the middle of these big barren fields called Felsenmeers, German for sea of rock. Because they're piled up and don't touch the soil, they stay dry. They don't weather as fast. The rocks on the edges that touch the dirt, they soak up moisture. They break down and the stress dissipates. They lose their voice.
So they have to stay a little isolated to keep their music. That's almost poetic.
It really is. It's this perfect, fragile balance of Jurassic magma, freezing ice ages, and just the right amount of staying away from the dirt.
I love that. Well, I'm definitely adding hit a rock with a hammer to my bucket list for the next time I'm in Pennsylvania.
Just remember to bring your own hammer. Most of the parks don't provide them.
Noted. Well, this was fascinating, Leo. Thanks for bringing the heavy metal today.
Anytime. See you again soon, everyone.
Stay curious.